How's it going, guys? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band Occultation, entitled 3 and 7. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with Occultation, they're based out of New York City, New York. And the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very, very throwback, psychedelic, occult style of hard rock mixed with some progressive and some doom metal. I mean, this is a band that seems to get a lot of influences from a lot of different things. I mean, classic heavy metal and doom metal from bands like maybe Saint Vitus, Candlemass, Black Sabbath, to more traditional rock like Jefferson Airplane and Blue Oyster Cult, to that Dario Argento Italian horror film soundtrack influence. I mean, Goblin, Suspiria, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of influence you get when you listen to this band. It's 7 tracks and it runs about 38 minutes in length. Most songs will range from around 4 minutes to around 7 minutes in length. So pretty much there's some lengthy songs on here, but with each lengthy song, there's a story being told and a story being thrown out to you. And as the listener, you're kind of mesmerized and enthralled by it. I certainly was. Guitar-wise, this is a very, very, very awesome guitar performance. I'm really loving the way that the riffs are. There's a lot of that emphasis on high tremolo riffing. I mean, if you take the track Living Portrait, which is the song that got me introduced to this band, I'm really loving the way the guitars sound at the beginning of the song, those high tremolo riffs at the beginning, just very, very well crafted, very well played. I'm really loving the intricacy in the solo work. It's very, very nice. Just the way it sounds blended together, I absolutely love it. There is that small touch of reverb added to the guitar. It may work for some, it may not work for others, but I think it works really, really nicely. I absolutely love it. It just adds that creepy, atmospheric kind of element. And if I can also say, it kind of has a small touch of black metal feel to it, because the guitarist is also in a band known as Negative Plane. Yeah, they play a very, very darkened style of black metal. So that influence is obviously shown up on this album. I think it works really well. Bass-wise, it's a very, very warm, solid bass tone, very audible. It blends in nicely in the mix. I like the way that it sounds and the way that it's played. It just sounds really, really good. Drum-wise, the drums maintain a really solid pace throughout. It's nothing overly crazy or fast, but really it just maintains that hard rock mentality. Just the way that the snare sound, the way that the cymbals sound, it just has that really solid hard rock edge to it, and I think it works very, very well. The slower, doomier moments work really well too. And I'm also liking the inclusion of the keyboards. The keyboards add another element of of, uh, of mystery. I mean, like the track "The One Who Sleeps," just that creepiness at the beginning of the song, and the track, I think it's "Dreamland in Flames." I may not be mistaken, but there's this really creepy harpsichord style of playing at the end of the song, which I think is really, really cool. I'm loving the way that that sounds, and it just adds more of that creep factor element to it. And speaking of creepy, another thing that really won me over with this album is the vocals. The vocals are very, very well put together. I'm loving the harmonies. I'm loving the way that the vocals are sung. Just that Grace Slick style of singing. Very, very hypnotic, entrancing. It holds your attention. It's really, really awesome. I'm loving the way that the vocals are and the way that the lyrics are put out. Because there's a lot of stuff within the lyrics, and hell, even the album title, that will just leave you wondering, what is this all about? What am I listening to? What's the story? There's that mystery element to it, and I think it works really, really well. Um, and of course, there are bands right now that are doing this style of music that some people love or some people really don't like. I mean, bands like Jex Thoth or Ghost or The Devil's Blood, bands like that are getting well known for doing this style of music. But I think Occultation is just a tad bit different because they seem to be serious about this kind of stuff. They seem to be taking this style of music very seriously. And for the most part, I think it's a very, very awesome debut. I absolutely love what I hear. So overall, this is a very, very impressive debut. I absolutely love what I hear. I love the melodies and the vocals. I love the way the guitars are, the keyboards, just that overall creepy, leering vibe and element to it. I absolutely enjoy it. And I think you will too if you're into this style of music. Um, I don't know if I can say it's better than The Devil's Blood or Jex Thoth, but this is another band that will definitely be getting better. I'd love for them to get better and be more evolved and continue on with their style of music. I think it's awesome. Um, Out of the 7 tracks, some of my favorites include the opening track, The Sea of Snakes and Souls, The One Who Sleeps, I'm loving Shroud of Sorrows, and Living Portrait. Those are some of my favorites. So I'm going to show you the album again. This is 3 and 7 by Occultation. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Check it out if you like it. And this gets an 8.5 out of 10. Awesome, awesome debut, and I look forward to hearing more from them in the future. So check out Occultation. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.